Hello everyone, welcome back to Free Kick. I hope you are doing well. To all the football lovers, make yourself at home because you are at the right place. Today's analysis will be centered around Real Madrid's defeat against Liverpool, and there is a lot to say, so have a tea or a coffee. What happened on Wednesday evening at Anfield was sadly historic for Real Madrid because this is the first time for the club to have a series of 3 defeats in its Champions League group stage. The Champions League is supposed to be Real Madrid's competition, the very competition where the club does magic things. But this 2024 campaign is a nightmare so far, and the match against Liverpool illustrates that statement very well. One player in particular was very disappointing during this match. It was Kylian Mbappé. I don't know what more to say about Mbappé. All the things I already pointed about him on my 2 previous analyses that are available here if you want to watch them were highlighted during this match against Liverpool. This is the statistic that illustrated Mbappe's match in the most accurate manner. He shot only 2 times during the entire match, and among his 2 shots, only 1 was on target, and it was the missed penalty. How did he fumble this one? This match was literally the perfect opportunity for Kylian to step up and carry the team, especially following the rain of injuries that the club had to face, which didn't even spare Vinicius, the absolute boss of our attack. With Vinicius out, Mbappe automatically becomes the main man. In addition, he who does not feel at ease at the 9 position was able to have the left wing, his preferential position, all to himself. He only had one job, showing everyone why Real Madrid signed him and why he is cited among the best players in the world. And this match was a golden opportunity for him to start his adventure at the club in the best possible way, especially after his complicated beginnings, but he could not produce anything and he completely fell off. This is shocking because he played on the left, where he is supposed to be the most comfortable, but his performance was a catastrophe. And to be honest, I totally expected this outcome because we did not handle him the way he was supposed to be handled when he came to Real Madrid. We chose to accommodate him, thinking that it was the only way to get the best out of him, but that did not help him, and it surely did not help the team either. Since the very beginning of his season at Real Madrid, when the entire team was still available, everything has been done to make him shine, leaving the concerns related to our game on the side. During each match, his teammates did their best to play around him and even make him score, with the blessings of the board, of course, because they needed to show the world that our new signing is a success. But that was a huge mistake. Instead of trying to accommodate him, we should have given him no other choice but to work to adapt to the team. That was truly the only way to get the best out of him. He would have been forced to do the runs, the defensive work, the pressing, and everything else that would have been required from him because he simply would have had no other choice. But by accommodating him instead, we made him so comfortable that he doesn't even bother to do anything. He relies entirely on his teammates. Instead of carrying the team, he's being carried. The weakness of his performances is being exposed now that so many of his teammates are injured, because the team is diminished, and as a result, he has to figure out how to make the efforts himself, because there will be no one to cover for him in such conditions. And we saw it clearly against Liverpool. He had to find a way to impact the game on his own, make the necessary runs, create chances, do the pressing and defensive withdrawals when needed, without any help, and he couldn't do nothing. On the contrary, he lost every ball he touched and didn't even fight to win them back. And on top of that, he gave himself the luxury to walk on the pitch during the match, while his teammates were running around to contain the attacks from the opponent's side. With that version of Mbappe, we will not be able to achieve our goals this season. And if no one sees that, then I don't know what else to say. We are currently standing at the 25th position and we are nearly out of the Champions League. I only hope we win the 3 last matches we have left, because we will get eliminated if not. Also, after the match, many have pointed fingers at Arda Güler and at Hendrik as well, even though he only played during 15 minutes. Let's be honest, we cannot blame these boys. Let's blame Ancelotti instead, because he is the one who kept them glued to the bench for a long time since the season started. He could have subbed on both of them towards the last minutes of certain matches we played since the beginning of the season. Even if it occurred every 2 matches, at least in that configuration, letting them play would have allowed them to find their marks on the pitch, develop the necessary automatisms, and maintain their form. Hendrik, for instance, started the season on the right foot. Even with the little time he had as a substitute, he always found ways to cause problems for the opponents, and he even scored an incredible goal against Stuttgart in Champions League. However, he was stopped in his tracks because he was quickly benched by Ancelotti right after. We did not see him play ever since. Because of that, he lost some automatisms that he will now have to develop once again. Long story short, he was finally seen on the pitch against Leganés, and he barely played against Liverpool. If you almost never let these boys play and you only use them after a reign of injuries suddenly occurred, what can you expect from them? That is why Ancelotti is, in my humble opinion, the one to blame here. Despite the fact that nothing worked during this match against Liverpool, we can still note one positive thing: Raúl Asensio's outstanding performance. This match represented the biggest challenge for this young man. He arrived very recently as a replacement solution after Militao's injury, and during this match against Liverpool, he proved that he has a place as a potential starter in this team. He played very well, showed authority, and saved us numerous times from sinking further. Raúl Asensio's success clearly shows that it is sometimes good to trust youth and also the Castilla youngsters. And Carlo Ancelotti should take this into account and think about giving Jesus Fortea a chance at the right back position, because who knows, it might turn out to be a very good decision in the end. That was all for this analysis. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you next time.